Good morning, Jackie. Happy birthday. It is about 10:30 Friday morning. I think it's the 29th of December 2017. I'm making this video for you to wish you a happy birthday. Your sister, Catherine, and I, and this guy that works for me, we're down here in Narrows, Virginia, working on this rental house. We've been working on it for about 5 months, and we about have it finished. Another month or so, I think we'll have it finished, but we've got one right beside it that we'll have to work on once we get this one finished. So we're trying to do a good job on it. I put in all brand new windows on this house and put in all new plumbing and all new electrical, and spend a lot of money fixing up this old house. It gives me something to do, keeps me busy. I'm retired, and I no longer work for the government or the Air Force or work in real estate, other than to keep properties rented out and work on some rental properties. So I stay busy, and I'm making this video to wish you a happy birthday and to tell you a few things that hopefully will do you good in life, and hopefully you can learn a little bit from this video. And another nice thing about making this video for you is that hopefully it'll stay around for years to come, and you can watch it many times in the future, or as many times as you want to. They say once you put something online, it stays online forever. I'm not really sure that that's true. It may stay around hidden in some archive, but it's not necessarily, you can reach out and easily get it at any time. It's just like books. You know, a lot of books are written, but there's not that many copies of them published. So if you want a specific book on a specific item, sometimes they're really, really hard to find, and you really have to do a lot of searching for them. As a matter of fact, there are some books, the earlier books that were written, that only exist in one copy, and they're only you can only look at them at certain libraries, and some of them you can't even look at because they're so fragile that they've got them under glass, and they're protected. And if you're going to look at them, you're going to look at them through glass. You're not going to be able to turn the pages or anything like that. But anyway, so much for that. I wanted to wish you a happy birthday, and I want to let you know that you are very, very blessed young lady. You have your grandmother and I, you know, we're both still living, and your grandparents on your father's side are both still living. So you're blessed in that you have a full set of grandparents on both your mother and your father's side who love you and care about you. Also, your mother and father both working, and they're doing well, and you and your brother have a nice place to live, and you have food to eat every day, and so you're very, very blessed. And you need to understand that you are really blessed, because there's a lot of children in the world that are not as lucky and fortunate as you are. They go to bed hungry every night, and they don't get enough to eat, and some of them are in countries that are ravaged by war, and their parents and their brothers and sisters get killed. Their grandparents get killed. The standard of living in some of those countries is really, really bad. They don't have any TVs, they don't have any computers, they don't have any cell phones. So you are a very young lady, lucky young lady indeed, living in uh, a such a country that has a high standard of living. Um, and we have so much in this country. We have an abundance of food. We have a lot of technology. We have a lot of things that the rest of the world does not have. So you need to count your blessings and be very, very thankful for what you have and where you live. Because there's a lot of children in the world that are not anywhere near as lucky as you are. There are children in this world that would trade places with you if they could, uh, instantaneously, within a heartbeat. They would gladly change places with you. My mother and my father are both passed away here a few years ago in 2007. So they're no longer with me. I've got a brother who passed away. He's no longer with us, and both my sisters are getting older, and they're in pretty bad health. So I don't expect that they will be with us much longer. I don't have any uh, actual true aunts or uncles left. They're all dead. I'm 73 myself, and your grandmother is up around 67, and she'll be 68 here in a few days, and I will be 74 within a few months. So I don't know how much longer we're going to be around. We wish we could spend more time with you and teach you some things as you're growing up, but you are with a very good family, and you have some very good grandparents up there who are very wise and very knowledgeable in the ways of the world, and they can help you and guide you as you grow up. The only thing that I would like to tell you is to give you a little bit of advice about the world, and that is that there are what's called magic words that will, if you learn those magic words and you use those magic words, they will serve you well in life. And those magic words are please, thank you, you're welcome. And if you use those magic words, people will recognize that you are have had a good upbringing, that your mother and father have taught you well, that your grandparents have taught you well, and they will respect you because you have manners, and that you are polite, and that you are courteous. So when you are talking to your teachers at school and your principal and to other people of authority in the church or in the neighborhood, you need to use those magic words. You need to say thank you, and you need to say please, and you need to say you're welcome, and you need to show good manners, because that will show that you are courteous and that you are polite and that you have been raised correctly. Also, as you get older and want to get a job, if you use those magic words, then that will help you obtain employment. People will recognize that you are polite and that you are courteous, and they will want to be around you, and they will want you to have you as an employee. Now, the funny thing about those magic words is that you just can't pick and choose when to use those magic words. You have to practice. You have to use them every day. Otherwise, you will not use them when you need to use them. So you need to do it every day, and you need to practice, and you need to be constantly on guard that you are using those magic words. Otherwise, there'll come a point in time where you will need to use those magic words, and you should use those magic words, but you won't use them because you haven't been using them, and you haven't been accustomed to using them. So it's very, very important that you use them every day and do not fail in doing that. Also, another thing you need to learn in life is to be punctual, to be on time. That's very, very important. If you're supposed to be someplace at a certain time, you need to try to do that if at all possible. If you can't be there at the time that you said that you were going to be there, you need to call and let people know exactly what's going on. We're all late for appointments. We're all late at certain times and can't get to certain places where we're supposed to be at a certain time. But if you can't, you need to call ahead and let people know, or cancel the appointment if you can't make it. Also, another thing I'd like to tell you about, and I'm got to cut this video off here in a few minutes because I'm running up on 15 minutes. And I don't like these things to go over 15 minutes, and they're hard to get posted online if you go over 15 minutes. Is you and your mother and father and your brother need to get out and exercise as much as you can. Exercise is very, very important, and one reason why that I'm still around today at my age is that I exercise. I go out and walk 3, 4, 5 days a week, and I'll go out and walk 5 kilometers or 3 miles, 3.5 miles. I'll climb these mountains down here, a couple of miles up and then a couple of miles back down, and I try to exercise quite a bit, and that's one thing that has kept me healthy. I've broken my wrist and I've broken my ankle, but I can still get around, and I can still walk 5 miles if I need to. I walk up mountains all the time and walk back down and do 5-mile hikes all the time. It's very, very important to exercise. That'll help keep your weight down. You can lose weight if you exercise. Plus, also, it'll make you healthy, and you'll live a much more happy and fulfilling life if you do exercise. So, if you can, try to get your brother and your mother and your father out, and you guys can go for hikes and go spend some time in the outdoors, go fishing and go hiking and just go have a good time. It's really, really good for you to get out, breathe some fresh air, and get some exercise. So anyway, coming up on the time I need to cut this thing off, so I want to wish you a very happy birthday, and hope you have many birthdays yet to come in life, and I wish you well, and I wish your mom and dad well, and everyone up there well, and I hope to see you sometime in the future. It's not often that you guys get down here, but when you do, I'd like to be able to see you and see how you are progressing in life. So once again, happy birthday. I hope you enjoyed this message, and I hope you have many wonderful happy birthdays to come. We love you. Catch you later, and you have a nice day.